Masechet peah daf hey. Says the Gemara. Tani Rabbi Shmuel. Ze Eli v'anveu. Ask the Gemara. Wait. The navot is like na'eh, to make God something attractive. So can you ever make God attractive? Like, it sounds ridiculous. What does it mean? Ela anavelo b'mitzvot. I will be attractive in his mitzvahs. Lulav na'eh, sukkah na'eh, shofar na'eh, tzitzit na'eh, tefillin na'im. Abba Shaul has a different opinion. He says, Edamelo, I will be like his qualities. Mahu chanun verachum, af ata tehe chanun verachum. The way we connect to God and the way we beautify God, let's say, is by doing the same qualities he has. Just like he is rachum v'chanun, so too you should also be rachum v'chanun. That's what it means. Navel is not like beautifying. It's to be like. That's how Abba Shaul learns the term. Yeah, but the Marafulda says, "V'lashon v'anaveu ani vehu na'ese atzmi kemoto lidabek b'derachav." Anaveu means I'll be like him. Not that it's to beautify like the first opinion. Ma'aseh Rabbi Sheva shamad v'chilek et kol nechasav ne'anim. Rabbi Sheva gave away all of his property to poor people. We learned earlier that you can only do a fifth. He gave away mamish everything. Sholach lo Rabban Gamliel. Gamliel said, wait, how could you do such a thing and give away all their property? You can only give away a fifth. Ask the Gemara, 1 second, hold on. Wasn't Rabban Gamliel way before Usha? Usha was after the destruction of the second temple. Rabban Gamliel was before that. So how is Rabban Gamliel quoting something that's going to be said 100 years from now? This was actually the halacha from Har Sinai, passed over generation to generation, that a man is not allowed to throw away more than a fifth of their property. Then Usha came back, and through Amal Torah, through learning Torah, they revived this halacha that was forgotten. Okay. Says the Gemara, Ba'atya ki yedamar Rav Mano, ki lo davar rek hu mikem. The Torah is not something that's empty. Empty meaning that it's not easy. A lot of guys, I've talked Gemara before, I've seen guys are like, oh, well, what's the point of eating? I don't see any need for it. Well, just a bunch of questions. What's so complicated? What do we need to talk so much about the subject? Like you have, Maschet, Maschet, I love this one, Maschet Nazir, right? 66 pages of talking about a Nazir. It's like, dude, it's a few psukim in the Torah. What's there to talk about? I'm sure you guys know these kind of people. So a lot of people. So Moshe is telling the Jews, the Torah is not rek. It's not simple, and it's very, very deep, and there's many layers and questions and havaminas and geders. V'im rek mikem lama shenatem yegin boy. Basically, he says, do you know why do you know why it feels that it's empty? Because of you guys. Mikem, because of you guys. Because you guys do not work hard and learn and try understanding something. If you really try to understand the Gemara truly, every question, every answer, you're going to see just how very deep it is. Very straightforward. What does it mean the Torah is your life? Only if you work hard for it. Otherwise you will not connect. It says in the Torah, it does not say Asat Kol Asher Tziva Oto Moshe Enktiv Kan. It does not say that he did everything that Moses set him to do. Ela Asher Tziva Hashem et Moshe. What does it mean? What does it mean that Betzalel did things that God said to Moses? Afilu Dvorim Shelo Shmo Mepi Rabboi Hiskimu Da'ato K'mo She'amar Moshe B'Sinai. Says the Gemara, even things that Betzalel was not told by Moshe Rabbeinu directly, like the Gemara in Brachos towards the end of the Masechet there brings a whole story. Moshe Rabbeinu wanted him to build the outer layer first, and then then put in the kalim. No, he wanted the kalim first. But I can't remember the exact order there in the Gemara. But basically, he did something that Moshe did not tell him to do. So we see that Betzalel, because he's such a tzaddik, he did just by working hard. He did exactly what God wanted and not what Moshe wanted. Rabbi Yochanan Hashem Rabbi Banaya, Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe avdo, ken tziva Moshe et Yoshua. וכן עשה יהושע. יהושע בן נון did everything that Moses said him to do. לא הסיר דבר מכל אשר ציווה אותו משה, אין כתיב כאן. It doesn't say that he did everything that Moses wanted him to do. אין את אשר ציווה השם את מוישה. Again, תתינו את בצלאל. אפילו דברים של שלמה מפי רבו יסכימו דעתו כמו שנאמר למשה בסיני. So we see, guys, that if somebody works hard, they can attain and achieve the will of God even without the rabbis. Yes, you need a rabbi to teach you everything. But if you don't have a rabbi, or even if you're a hard worker, you can receive the knowledge of God even without a rabbi. Now, guys, this is a very controversial Gemara. You need to learn it correctly. You obviously need a rabbi in order to understand God's will. You need the Tanas, you need the Amoras. Okay. Rav Yochanan b'shem Rabbanaya, Rav Chuna b'shem Rebbe. It says in the Torah, Torat emet hayta, it says in Malachi, Torat emet hayta bepiu. The Navi is talking about Aaron HaKohen, who was such a tzaddik. Torat emet hayta bepiu. Elu dvarim shmo epi Rabbo, talking about things that he heard from Moshe Rabbeinu. Ve'avla lo nitzo b'sfatav, afilu dvarim shlo shmo epi Rabbo. Even things he didn't hear from Moshe Rabbeinu directly, he still had the right intentions. Ve'rabbanan amrim, ki Hashem yeh b'kislecha v'shama reglecha milaked. What does this mean? What is it, the protection? Even things that you do not know, since you don't have a rabbi, as long as you work hard, God will protect you. Now, what does the word laked mean? Says the Gemara. We're going to see a few opinions. It means that if you're a dayan and you're giving out the right halachas, you're going to give over the correct halachas and not the wrong halachas. Even though you didn't have a rabbi because you worked hard. The person does an avera b'shogeg, so a person who was a hardworking Jew will not usually do averas b'shogeg. From bad spirits, you will be safe and you will not be harmed by them. If you give tzedakah, God protects you from the pisin. Pisin are taxes. Mezimois are. 1 second. Mezimois are another form of taxes, and minha gulgoliot is also another form of taxes, and minha arnoniot. So arnoniot is reference to taxes that you give up for your animals. Basically, the government is not going to bother you if you work hard. If you learn a lot of Torah, the government will leave you alone. Munbaz HaMelech. Munbaz was a very famous king in the olden days. What did he do? It says the Gemara, Munbaz HaMelech amad lebizbez et kol nechasav le'aniyim. He gave away all of his money. Mamish, a really rich king, gave away all of his money to the poor people. Shalchu lo korovav amru lo, what are you doing? Avotecha hosifu al shelahem. Your fathers, they protected their money, their income. Ve'al shel avotim. What's wrong with you? Just throwing away all of our money, all of your inheritance, you're just throwing it all away. Omar Lohen said Munbaz to his family members, Kol Sheken, I did better than my parents. Avo, you said Gonzu Bavet, and you're going to see B'Shemayim. God, my parents protected their money in this world. I made sure that if my money was in the world to come, and it's much safer there. So we see from the verse that tzedek, the tzedakah that I give, mishamayim mishkaf, it's in shamayim, it's protected. Avotai ganzu otzarot she'nosim perot. Ve'ani ganasti otzarot she'nosim perot. I put my money in a place where I'm going to get perot. Perot, guys, always, and especially in the next 5 pages, we're going to talk a lot about this idea, concept of pri versus keren. So guys, listen. Keren are things that are the main, the field. Okay, let's take a field, let's take the fruits, right? So the field is going to be your actual source of income, and the fruits are going to be the extras, but the field is the core important part of it. So let's take our merits to say, you're not going to receive the field aspect of your merits in this world. You will sometimes receive the fruits of your merits in this world. So says Munbaz, when I gave tzedakah, I'm going to get in return I'm going to get in return the fruits of my merits, right? My action is going to give me fruits. I put it in a place where the hand cannot reach it. It cannot be stolen. The tzedakah is under the kisa code of God. Nobody can reach that place, so nobody can harm my money there. My parents protected mammon, I protected people. Because when you give tzedakah to somebody, you're making sure they live. שנאמר ולוקח נפשות חכם. Okay. אבויסאי קונסו לאחרים. My parents, they were looking out for others. ואני כונסתי לעצמי, I was looking out for myself, שנאמר ולחתי את צדקה. אבויסאי קונסו בעולם הזה ואני כונסתי בעולם הבא, שנאמר וצדקה תצימי מובס. What does that mean? וצדקה תצימי מובס. How does צדקה save from death? ולא ימיס. אלא שלא ימות מיתה לעתיד לבוא. What it means, that tzedakah makes sure you don't die, it means that you don't receive misa in the world to come. So my parents, by making sure by protecting their money in this world, that's not going to do them anything. But I was making sure that I would have an olam haba. Sorry. Okay, says the Gemara. Tzedakah u'gmilos chasadim shkulois keneged kol mitzvosei shel Torah. Tzedakah and chesed is equal to all the mitzvahs in the Torah. Ela, says the Gemara, shat tzedakah noheges b'chaim. Tzedakah is relevant for only the living. It's the only thing that's alive you can give them tzedakah. So maybe dead, you can't give them money. We're not like Egyptians in the pyramids where they would, be buried with all their money. Ugemilos chasadim noheges b'chaim u'b'meisim. Chesed is relevant for the living and for the dead. What is an example, guys? For the dead, going to the cemetery. Halvayat hamet. Hatzedakah, another difference. Hatzedakah noheges le'anim. Tzedakah is only relevant for poor people. V'gemilos chasadim noheges le'anim v'le'ashirim. You can always do chesed. It doesn't matter if he's rich or poor. He still needs chesed. Hatzedakah noheges b'mamono shel adam. V'gemilos chasadim noheges b'mamono ben begufo. Tzedakah is only with your money. But chesed you can do also with your body, right? Like halvayas hameis. Or when you go to a wedding, you're invited to a wedding and you go. It's chesed, it's not tzedakah. And it's with your body, yeah? So, what's greater? What is greater, guys? If you read the Gemara simply, it sounds like chesed is much greater than tzedakah. Rabbi Yochanan bar Maraya b'shem Rabbi Yochanan. Ein anu yoydin eizem en chaviv. Or tzedakah or gemilos chasadim. We don't know what's better. Tzedakah or gemilos chasadim. Kshehu omer v'chesed Hashem me'olam v'ad olam. על יריב וצדקו לבני בונים, הדאמר שגמילות חסדים חביו יסר מן הצדקה. Because in the verse it says that his tzedakah is me'olam ad olam, forever. Whereas it says that in regards to that's chesed, sorry. His chesed is forever. But tzedakah is only livnei banim, to his kids and grandkids. So we see that the chesed is much, you get rewarded much greater by doing chesed than by doing tzedakah. Says the Gemara, the Talmud Torah, we said in our Mishnah, the Talmud Torah is one of the biggest mitzvahs in the world. Right? It's Keneged Kulam. It's bigger, sorry, not the biggest. It's the biggest mitzvah in the world that you can do right now. The biggest mitzvah you can do right now, this moment, is sit and learn Torah. Nothing else. Shalu es Rabbi Yoshua. Ma'u she'yelamed adam et bno Yevanit. They asked Rabbi Yoshua, what's the halacha? Can a man teach his son Greek? Yeah? Amar lehem nilamdenu b'shah she'no lo yom v'lo layla. You should teach your son Greek when it's not day and not night, right? He's basically trolling the guy. Like, you're always supposed to be learning Torah. Since Talmud Torah needs to be done at daytime and nighttime, we're always to be learning. Man always has this weight of chiyuv of learning Torah all the time. Whenever we have free time, whenever we're not busy with work, we need to be sitting and learning Torah. So you see that on your free time, there's no such thing as learning Greek. You have to be learning Torah. Ask the Gemara, wait. Me'ato, asur l'adam l'lamed b'no umnut begin dichtiv neged ma'balayla. The Gemara is asking, so how can I teach my son how to run a business or to make a nice living for himself since he's going to be mimvatal Torah during that time? And you just said earlier, you can't. You always have to be learning Torah. Answer the Gemara like this. Wait, I stopped. Let's keep reading. So we see that there's a halacha. We see that there's a halacha. A man needs to teach his son how to make a living for himself. So what do we do? Answers the Gemara. Rabbi Ba B'Reid Rabbi Chia Barva Rabbi Chia B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan D'Pnei HaMasoros. Really, in a chanami, a man can learn Greek, and a man can teach his kid how to work. And it's a mitzvah to teach your son how to work. The Gemara in Kiddush in the Bavli says that it's a mitzvah d'oraisa. The purpose of what Rabbi Yochanan said, why you should, what Rabbi Yoshua said, that you always need to be learning, because if you teach your kid Greek can be used in the old days. The Greeks ran the world. So if you teach your kid Greek, he can then use that to snitch on his fellow Jews. And that's why we don't teach our kids Greek. But really, on a Chanami, you can learn Greek on your free time, and you can also teach your kid how to work on your free time. Rabavo b'shem Rabbi Yochanan. Rabavo now is saying in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. I'm stating this out because of the continuation. But focus. It says so Rabavo is saying in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. Mutar le'adam lelamed bito Yevanit. A man is allowed to teach his daughter Greek. Why? Because it's attractive for a woman to speak many languages. Shama Shimon Barva. Rabbi Shimon Barva heard this. That Rav Avo said in the name of Rav Yochanan that a man can teach his daughter Greek. Omar begin du boy milfa. This man wants to teach us that milfa, to teach, milfa means to learn. Benasei, right? This man is saying that you're allowed to teach your daughter Greek. He's saying this in the name of Rav Yochanan. He's cursing himself. He's saying, I never heard this from the name of Rav Yochanan. This is really weird. I never heard that Rav Yochanan said such a thing. So he's cholak on Rav Avo and said that this is actually not permitted, and a man is not allowed to teach a daughter Greek, just like a man is not allowed to teach his son Greek because he might use the language to snitch on his fellow Jews towards the Greek authorities. This is the end of Masechet Peah, Daf Hey.